Hey, Merry Christmas from New York. I'm here now. Let me just check my mic and make sure it's okay, because my mic's been giving me all kinds of problems like lately. So I'm curious if this thing is actually... Oh yeah, it's recording. Okay. Yeah, this thing's recording pretty good. Alright. Well, let's see how it goes. I gotta go down to Investors Bank in Flatiron District to take care of something. And then I was gonna go to New Jersey, but it looks a little too windy and fucked up to be doing that. I don't want to be going over the GW bridge like that. But I was gonna, swap the KLR with the XR, but I just don't think it's gonna be a good idea right now. Just to swap it so I can put it on the back of the car, because I'm supposed to go down to my dad's, but I don't know, this weather doesn't look too good. It's like already snowing and windy. I'll have to see how it goes. You can see there's some flurries, but it's not bad, but it's freaking windy as hell. I just, I know that GW bridge. Actually, I was talking about the other day about New Jersey. I used to live in Edgewater, New Jersey, and it's kind of a nice area to live if you need it. But I said that there's a whole nother ball of wax of living in Jersey, and if you work in Manhattan, and you're taking a bike every day. And this is a prime example, because you would not want to be on the bridge. You wouldn't want to be on the bridge right now. Crossing over the GW like this in this wind on the XR. On this bike, you'd be okay. I mean, it's very rare that the KLR gets blown around. But on the XR, you'd be getting whipped around a little bit. It's not horrible on that bike. I mean, that bike is still 350 pounds, so you're not like a featherweight. Gotta have a little bit of weight on stuff. If you don't have any weight at all, it's gonna blow you around pretty bad. But I find the KLR to be pretty good. I mean, it doesn't get blown around much at all. But still, I wouldn't go over the bridge like this. With the winds like this, you'd be asking for trouble. You don't take risks like that unless you really have to. But that's really what I meant was about living in Jersey being a whole nother ball of wax. There's a lot more to living in Jersey than you realize until you start dealing with stuff like that. Not a simple place to get to sometimes when the weather's really rough. Or you could have like some kind of terrorist action where you're not going to be able to get out of the city. So if you live in Jersey, you might not be able to get back in, or you might just be closed bridges and tunnels and nothing. That happens sometimes too, where nothing's open. And it happens. It's a rarity, but it does happen. There'll be some security thing, and then they just close everything, and then you're screwed. You can't get out. You can't get in or out of the city. At least if you live here, you just go home. They're never gonna stop people from traveling in Manhattan, but because there's just too many people that move around. But the crossings, they do sometimes close them. It happens. Even in like severe weather, they might close it, and then you're basically screwed. You can't get on your way, like when you got to get home or get to work or something. Jersey sometimes closes all their highways, and then they don't allow any travel except for emergency travel, and that includes the GW bridge. So if you're sitting there like right at the bridge, Edgewater's just right there. Like you could scoot over the bridge in just about any kind of weather. But if they close all the highways in New Jersey because of emergency travel only weather, and that happened to me before, and I had some kind of like a contract that I needed to take care of, and I couldn't do it, like, and I lost it because of that. They were like, well, the city's open, like, what are you talking about, you can't travel? Like, I was like, no, New Jersey has a restriction, you can't travel right now. And the guy was like, well, that's your loss, man. And he's right, you know, in a way. It's kind of nasty, but in a way he was right. Like, what are you going to do? My controller broke. My Oxford, I got to get another controller. Because I noticed it the other day. I thought my battery was bad, so I had an extra gel battery that was charging up and ready to go. Because that was an old AutoZone battery. But come to find out, it wasn't the battery. Because the Oxford controller doesn't turn off the way it's supposed to. Like when you shut the bike off, it's usually turns off the Oxford. But unfortunately, now it's not turning off anymore, and it runs the battery down. It kind of sucks. I was a little upset when I saw that. Just have to remember to turn it off, but I'm going to change that controller because you don't always remember to turn it off. So now I'm carrying one of those jump start things because I don't want to be left stranded, you know, because my battery is run down. Yeah, it's cold today though. You can feel it like it's like a cold and the chill in your bones. Like this is not a good kind of cold. So I'm going to Investors Bank in Flatiron District. Just got to go over here by 5th Avenue and turn. And then this is at 5th Avenue and between 29th and 30th, so should be alright. It's kind of a Christmassy kind of a feel here now. Man, what a mess. That cop was looking at me. That's why I wanted to get out of there. I don't bring trouble to myself, but he looked like he was about to bring some trouble to my way. I didn't want it. I'm not looking for no trouble my way. Wow, this is jamming, man. This is totally jamming. Well, now it's clear, so I don't know what the hell that was all about. Oh yeah, it's everybody here. You're coming to the Rockefeller. This is probably about as close as you can get. Actually, I could turn down there and go and show you guys a tree and stuff.